Today I'll be speaking about Dream Activators. This is a two-part series. The first part is Dream Activators and the second part is Dream Obstructors. It has been said that the graveyard is the richest place on earth. Why is that? That is because many people went to the grave with that book, with that invention, with that song, with that great idea that would have changed the world. What are Dream Activators? Let's get right into it. The first one is positivity. Now, you have the power to achieve anything, but first you have to believe that you can. Positivity is what gives the engine of your life the required boost for the journey. Positivity is seeing the picture of what you're going to become, of what you're planning to do, of your goals being actualized even before you start to do it. Why is positivity so important? Because the reason so many people have not been able to achieve their dreams is because of fear. As soon as you begin to believe in yourself, you will start to see that you will begin to get the power and the passion to begin to do the things that you need to do to align you with your dreams. Positivity is believing that you can. You know, I recorded this message in my voicemail at home. It says, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. Who you think you are, you are. So let me know who you are by leaving me a message. Now, you have to know who you are. You have to believe that you can become who you want to become. You have to believe that you can achieve your dreams. Martin Luther King said that faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the entire staircase. He also said that he had a dream that one day his 4 children will be judged by the content of their character, not by the color of their skin. In another instance, he said, I see the promised land. I may not get there, but I see it. He already visualized it. He visualized that one day a black man will be president. He already visualized that things were not going to be the way things were at that moment. And that is what gave him the energy, the passion to begin to advocate for freedom, for equality, and for all the things that he advocated for. Positivity is actually shutting down the negative voices in your head and saying, I can do it. I can achieve it. I am capable. Yes, I can. The voice in your head, you cannot rise above the thinking in your head. You cannot rise above what you think of yourself. And that is why sometimes when people achieve success instantly, they lose everything. Why is that? That is because they have not visualized themselves there. They're mentally not prepared for that moment. So when that moment comes, they do things that jeopardize it. They actually are not honorable enough to live up to where life has taken them to. And that is why it is very important to be positive minded, to actually have a mindset of where you're going and not a mindset of where you are. Where you are right now, when you look around you, may not look good. It may not be encouraging. Where you are right now may not look like a place for people that are going to where you want to be. But don't see yourself there, because that situation where you are right now is temporary. When you want to achieve something, if you're on a mission, sometimes you just have to shut the voices out. The voice of society telling you you can't, the voice of friends and family members telling you you can't, and you may even need to change your environment to a more inspiring environment that will give you the required motivation to do the things that you need to do to get you to your goal. I know many of us are in positions that we do not like today, but have you actually ever thought of yourself in another position other than where you are today? Maybe not. And that's because you're looking at the outward. You're looking at where you are today. You're limited by your environment. You're limited by the friends that you have. You're limited by your network. But guess what? If you begin to think above that and begin to see the future that you want and begin to take the steps that you need to get there, you will get there. The second dream activator is strategy. Strategy is very, very important to achieve your goal. Now, there is no being without doing. It has been said that success is when opportunity meets ready people. That means you have to be ready. You have to be prepared for that moment when it comes. You know, the more you plan, the less you work. Sometimes we dream about achieving lofty goals, but we never do. Why? Because we don't take that step. We don't take the steps. We don't strategize. We don't plan. We don't say how we're going to get there. See, If you do not plan for prosperity, you're indirectly planning for failure. So doing nothing is doing something in itself. Doing nothing is achieving nothing. It's giving you zero. So you have to start to take steps, and in taking the steps, you have to plan. You have to put a foundation in place. You have to do your research. You have to speak to the right people. Begin to do something. Every day when you wake up and you're not doing that thing that you need to do to take you closer to your goal, you're doing things that are taking you farther and farther and farther away. Strategy is like laying a good foundation so that when the building is up, it will stand the test of time. When the wind comes, when the struggles come, when problems come, you already have a good foundation. It's making sure that you study history so that you do not repeat it. Abraham Lincoln said that the best way to invent the future is to create it. So you have the power in your hands to change your present circumstance and to make the future that you dream of come to pass. What are you waiting for? The next dream activator is passion. Now, passion is the energy, the determination, motivation, zeal to do something. Many passionate people are high achievers, and that's because passion is energy. Passion is enthusiasm. It is motivation. And when you're highly motivated, you're a high achiever. You have to keep your goal and your end result visible so that you can see it and get motivated to, continue to do more. And you see, athletes, they always say that they're actually visualizing the finish line, and that keeps them going. They're running because they want to make the finish line and be first and win the medal. So keep the medal in your mind and say, okay, what am I going to get if I'm done with this task? The other day, I had a very interesting conversation with the head of an airline. He said that he loves going to the airport when the plane is arriving, and he would just stand at the corner and just watch people coming down, greeting their family members, kissing each other, exchanging bouquets, crying, and all that kind of stuff. And that is because when he sees these people doing all this, it makes him realize how important his work is. And for him, his work is not just flying people from point A to B, it's connecting people, it's reconnecting families, it's actually making people be able to see their loved ones again. And I thought, wow, this is amazing. You have a great job. So you have to find things around you that will motivate you to pursue your dreams. Because I tell you, it doesn't matter how much you love what you're doing. Some days you just don't feel like doing it. You don't feel like going to work. You don't feel like, doing anything. And that is when you need to tell yourself, this is why I am doing this. When you lose your passion for something, you've lost the will to do it. And someone that has lost their passion is someone that has actually lost a reason to do whatever it is that they're doing. And that's why sometimes when people have lost their passion for life, they just don't feel like being here anymore. They just want to be gone. So passion is very important in achieving your dream. And someone asked me a question one day and said, how, can I be passionate? And I said, by being passionate. So you become passionate by finding out why you're doing something, getting excited enough about it, and then doing it. So be passionate about your dream enough to get up every day and do it. Let it actually make you jump out of bed and keep you awake at night because you're thinking of more ways to make it happen. The next dream activator is mentorship. Now, mentorship is very important because a mentor is like a guide, somebody that's like a compass for your journey, telling you where to avoid, what to do, which steps to take. It's like saying, there's a detour here because I experienced that when I was going that way. It's like trying to make sure that you're not on a plane going to Paris when you're trying to go to Canada. In whatever you're trying to do, try to identify people that have already achieved in that field and approach them to be your mentors if they're actually in your vicinity. And if they're not, you can study their life, by finding out how they did it, what obstacles they faced, and how they've been able to achieve what they have achieved. But, it's so amazing these days that you do not have to even meet the mentors. You can research them, you can buy their books, you can go on the internet and figure out how they did it and what they're doing. People who do not have mentors end up taking so many steps to the same thing that they would have taken a few steps to, because they actually end up making a lot of mistakes before realizing where they're supposed to go. And how you can find mentors is through networking. Going to events that have to do with your field, attending conferences, or even speaking to people that have achieved things that you want to achieve. You'll be surprised that many people are just waiting for people to ask them to mentor them. I've actually walked up to people and asked them to mentor me many times, and I've never seen one person who said, no, I can't mentor you. So I know many people have said I'm a self-made person. I don't think there's anything like that. No one is self-made. Everyone actually needs someone to help them to achieve. You cannot achieve everything all by yourself. Somebody helped you get there somehow. And if you think that nobody did, tell us what you did, how you did it all by yourself. We all need each other. We need people to help us, to show us the way, to make things happen for us. So make sure you find a mentor. And when you find that mentor, make it easy for them to mentor you by knowing exactly what you want, where you want to be in the next few years, your short-term goals and your long-term goals. And if you find a good mentor, you'll be flying in no time and doing things that you didn't know you could do. If you find a good mentor, I'm sure it will actually take you closer to your goal than you ever thought. The next dream activator is persistence. Persistence is continuing to do something in spite of obstacles. It's knowing that it is hard and still choosing to continue. Persistence is the difference between successful people and non-successful people, because success is not the absence of obstacles, but the presence of a will to carry on in spite of obstacles. Life is like a game of chess, and in chess, you have to keep making moves in order to win the game. And if you keep making moves and you don't win the game today, tomorrow the lessons you learned from the move you made will help you to win the game tomorrow. So persistence is learning from your mistakes and doing better tomorrow. There are many people who actually were told no, and today they've made it. Let quitting not be an option. Tell yourself that it's not over until you make it. It's not over until you win. Until you win and achieve what you want to achieve. It is possible. If you're looking for reasons why you shouldn't do what you're doing, you will find so many reasons. But just find a few reasons why you should do what you need to do to achieve your dream. Ask yourself, if I achieve my dream, whose life will I touch? What will it mean to me? What will it mean to the people around me? What will it mean to the world? And if I actually give up, what will it do to the world? How will I feel about it? Albert Einstein said that the greatest tragedy is what dies in a man while he lives. Do not let your dream die. You cannot feel fulfilled if you do not achieve the things that are eating you up, that keep you awake at night, that make you want to do, want to be, and want to achieve. Michael Jordan was cut from his basketball team in high school. They said no to him, but he did not give up. Imagine what would have happened if Michael Jordan gave up. The world would have missed such a great talent just because he had a few obstacles before him. But today, Michael Jordan is one of the greatest in basketball. Oh my God. Imagine what would have happened if Michael Jordan gave up. Imagine what's going to happen if you give up on your dreams, if you give up on that objective, if you give up on that goal, if you don't write that book, if you don't go forward with that invention, if you're too afraid to try. You're depriving the world of that special gift that God put in you. It has been said that patience and persistence are two unbeatable combinations for success. Now, Abraham Lincoln lost 8 elections, ran 2 failed businesses, had a nervous breakdown, but he did not give up. He was beaten, but not destroyed. He lost, but he was not out, and ended up becoming one of the most powerful presidents of the United States of America. Do not give up. You can make it in spite of all the obstacles. The world is waiting for you to bring that thing that makes you unique, that was given to you for the world, to make the world a better place. So get up, keep going. One day you'll look back and say, I did it, and thank God I did not give up. And you not just came, you did what you had to do. you made the impact that you had to make, and when you leave this place empty. And remember to watch the second part of the video, Dream Obstructors, and find out how you can avoid the things that will deter you from achieving your dreams.
Subscribe to this page for more inspirational videos from Patricia Bebiamawa.